Paul McMillan's up next. Says, speaking of Julio, what are your thoughts on Julio and how he's looked in center field and if he can handle it long term? When I think long term, I mean for the majority of his career, and I say no. But he's at this point, he's totally fine out there. At this point, you have to look for reasons to remove him before you do it. So one reason would be you just acquired somebody who's clearly and significantly better defensively. And then I guess you just move Julio to right or whatever, right? Or left or whatever he's most comfortable. Or at some point in the next couple of years, you start seeing, Julio's 235 pounds and he's just bigger and he's starting to slow down a little bit. And like maybe it would make sense to move him now. Like you look for the reason to move him. And if you don't see it, you leave him. So there you go. I mean, I would be surprised if Julio Rodriguez wasn't the center fielder, the everyday center fielder for the Mariners through next season, with the exception of they went out and acquired somebody who's, I don't know who that would be. I'm just saying that would be the one way that Julio's not the starting center fielder at least through 2023, which is a pleasant surprise in the story of Julio Rodriguez. He did not play a ton of center field in the minors. And as he's gotten bigger, the things that you expect to happen to an athlete when they gain 15, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds over a 3-4 year period, which is exactly what Julio Rodriguez was listed at 180 when he signed. He's now listed at 228. I'll do the math for you. That's 48 pounds in 5 years. But the things that typically happen to those athletes, Julio has been able to stave off, and he's worked at doing that, staying agile, staying quick, staying limber. He's worked really hard at that, and it's worked. And it's not the easiest thing to do, and I don't think this is just something that, well, why didn't Julio or Jared Kelenic do it? Why didn't Adam Jones do it? Or why didn't, I don't think it works like that the way that it's worked for Julio. And kudos to him for doing it. But he's looked fine out there. He's looked absolutely fine. Like, is he going to win a Gold Glove? I don't think so. But, as long as he's doing the job and there aren't issues there, like, we don't really need to talk about when Julio gets pulled off that, right? And that's not what Paul was asking. I think Julio just stays there until it's clear that he either needs to move or that they have somebody that's clearly and significantly better. That's where we are with Julio's defense and center, which is a good thing. That's a positive thing. And the fact that he's doing what he's doing as a center fielder makes it all the more impressive. Because you can't find guys who are, that good, in center field to where they're not some kind of a liability that also produce at the plate. So we're seeing it kind of happen in front of our eyes. Now, I've been using, by the way, we'll talk about offense here a little bit. I've been using the Kansas City series as the marker as when Julio turned it on, broke out. April 22nd at home against Kansas City. So and this was entering play on Thursday in Boston, that Julio Rodriguez was 29 for his last 92. Well, he had 3 more hits on Thursday. So your legitimate defensive center fielder is an offensive force as well. One of the better offensive forces in the American League right now from an outfielder standpoint. Now, is he Mike Trout or anything? No. But he's been really, really good. And the power will come. I was just telling somebody in DMs the other day. Yeah, I know he's only got 2 now, but I'd still bet on him hitting 15. Maybe more, maybe up to 20. I mean, he'll get on a roll and hit like 5 homers in 9 days or something. That's the kind of power he has. I would expect at least 1 run like that in his rookie year, considering what we've seen from Julio Rodriguez. Hey, it's Jason Churchill. To get the full episode, as well as every other episode of the podcast, past and future, subscribe for as little as $5 per month by going to bit.ly/getthepod. That's bit.ly/getthepod, all one word. A link you can also find on my Twitter profile. Hey, thanks for checking out Baseball Things.